Alright, let's hear that testimony. From my own observations, I couldn't say there was any indication of the autopsy results having been fabricated. Death resulted from a wound made by a Western-style sword transfixing the heart. That I found a little strange.
There were no other signs of internal injury. Nothing questionable at all. It was just that beautiful but dangerous piece of evidence removed from the man's stomach.
Presumed to have been swallowed by the victim as a way of posthumously identifying his assailant. Can you, like, tell us what the thing is, though?
Professor Mikitoba, are you certain about that?
Certain about that? She's still staring at him. Strongheart, stop laughing. I still got a cross-examination to do. Wow, you're ugly. Come on, I still got a cross-examination to do. No. Cross-examination. Nope. Cross-examination. I got a right to... She's still staring. Got a right to a cross-examination. If I may, my lord. There was most certainly something questionable about it. And the whole truth does rather elude us, I feel. See, you got happy too quickly, dude. You gotta wait. Or else you look like a fool. Well, you're obviously aware of the facts of the case. All four of the professor's previous victims died when an enormous beast was set upon them that ripped out their throats. That's true.
Oh, such horrifying crimes.
But curiously, the killer's last victim, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, suffered a different fate. Which is interesting. What a... Very well, my lord. In that case, the defense will pursue a conclusion to this during the cross-examination. Dude, I have a right to a cross-examination. I have the right to cross-examine every witness after testimony. And I fully intend to exercise that right. Ryunosuke, I'm not doing it for you again. Remember, I told you, I'm doing it for the truth.
I'm afraid that even the presiding judge has no authority to contravene the letter of the law, as I'm sure every member of the judiciary present in the gallery would agree.
He's so mad. Fuck you, dude. I got this. Okay, before I continue this, can I quickly make tea? I'm gonna refill my tea. Now that I'm back with my tea, let's get this going. The autopsy of Clint Van Zeeks. Let's go! Let's see, we gotta do... Observations couldn't say there was any indication of the autopsy result having been fabricated. Resulted from a wound made by a Western-style sword transfixing the heart. Okay, I want to know what the evidence is. Can we please be told what the evidence is? What exactly was it, though? What does beautiful but dangerous mean?
Well, it was sparkly and round, with a hole, as if it might slip over a finger, perhaps.
It was a ring belonging to Genji Nasogi. Wait, what? At the time, Genshin wore a large ring with the digitus quartus of his left hand, the fourth or ring finger. I'd understand it was some sort of keepsake. Well, okay. My father's possessions were sent to our family home in Japan after his death, but the ring wasn't among them. Okay. After the autopsy, Genshin was summoned by the police to check for the presence of his ring. It wasn't on his hand, of course. Moreover, there were deep abrasions on his finger where it had been pulled off. Huh, okay. They arrested the man there and then, right before my eyes. How could they? Maria, please.
I brought the ring along with me today.
All her eyes are so sparkly. What? Oh, wow. Interesting ring.
Here it is, a bit dusty from years in the stores.
Good gracious. Yes, that's it. I haven't seen that in 10 long years. And that was found inside the victim's stomach. Yes, I'm afraid so. You hesitate. Oh, jeez. Sorry, there's a noise outside. It freaked me out for a sec. Okay. You hesitated there, Professor Mikotoba. Should we read something into that? Well, it's just that thinking back now. I didn't actually witness the moment it was extracted from the victim's body. So we don't... Oh, okay.
Oh my, really?
At that precise moment, Dr. Wilson had asked me to fetch him a new scalpel, you see. I love that. I love that. However it came to be here, the court cannot deny that this is crucial evidence for today's proceedings. He's like really wanting not to, but if he doesn't allow it, his suspicion rises more and more. A ring belonging to Genshin Asogi found in Lord Clint Van Zieg's stomach during the autopsy. The claws clasping the gem look sharp enough to cause a very nasty scratch. It's not the sort of ring normally seen in Japan. They almost look like claws protecting that jewel.
We must examine it carefully, Mr. Naruhodo. Very carefully indeed.
Okay, let's take a look at that ring. This case has given me the most amount of evidence. Like, there's so many. These fat claws are doing a good job of protecting the equally fat gemstone in the middle of this ring. Yes,
if you were clumsy, you could give yourself a rather nasty cut on them, I should think.
Ow! Now my finger's bleeding. The claws really are sharp.
Oh my, that was quick clumsiness, Mr. Naruhodo, even for you.
Who would make such a dangerous ring? You couldn't swallow it without doing yourself some fairly serious damage, surely.
A sticky mochi bun about that size would go down much better, with some red bean paste in the middle.
So cute. Daifuku. Someone as clumsy as me would probably manage to choke on it somehow. You know, that is something that, with mochi, to be careful with. That's why a lot of elderly people, I guess, don't really eat it, or they say to be careful or chew it thoroughly because people do choke on mochi, and it can be dangerous. I'm not saying it's dangerous to eat mochi. Eat mochi if you want, but like make sure, like just be careful, because it is sticky, or can be sticky. All right, so this means that in this one I would present the ring, yes? Because it should have done internal damage if he had swallowed it. The court has heard that the ring was extracted from the victim's stomach. But you didn't actually see it being removed, did you, Professor Mikotoba? That's right, as I said in my testimony before. At the moment, I was fetching a replacement scalpel that Dr. Wilson had requested. In other words, you can neither confirm nor deny whether this ring in fact really came from the victim's stomach or not. We're suggesting there was no internal damage, which means it's very unlikely that he swallowed this ring and sustained no internal damage. That the ring was never in the victim's stomach to begin with. It's entirely feasible that Dr. Wilson fabricated that detail about the autopsy. What are you saying? That Dr. Wilson was in possession of the ring in advance, after it was somehow stolen from Mr. Asogi. And he produced it during the procedure, pretending to have found it there and then in the victim's stomach. Supposition at best. What possible evidence do you have to support such a rash claim? Van Zeeks, we're trying to help you, dude, okay? I'm trying to tell you what's going on. This evidence right here. That's the autopsy report. I know. Other than the ring, nothing unusual was noted internally. That's how I intend to prove my point. Because there's nothing unusual, you dummy. You've already done it for me, my lord. The lack of internal injury says it all. What? To swallow a ring of this size would require considerable effort and determination. I mean, not if you're a phoenix, right? But... And in addition to its size, there are the sharp claws around the gemstone to contend with. My brother was a determined man, and on the brink of death even more so, I'm sure. He would have stopped at nothing to ensure that evil killer was brought to justice. I know, but... Van Zeeks, please! But if he really had swallowed that enormous ring, it's inconceivable that no traces of its passage down his throat would have remained as internal trauma. Come on, use your brain, dude. I know you're smarter than this. That's a very stabby ring, yes. I mean, Ryunosuke just touched the ring and he already started bleeding, like... Then why didn't you say something at that time? Because he didn't have any power. And if he said something, it's like, whatever. I did, remember. I still remember the conversation I had with Dr. Wilson in the laboratory that day. Look at this. Now this is a very curious thing to find in a man's stomach, wouldn't you say? But... isn't that rather peculiar, Dr. Wilson? Well, if he swallowed a ring of that size, with those sharp metal claws, that it has, surely you'd expect to see damage to the throat and esophagus, torn mucous membranes at the very least. Man, now I'm upset that Wilson was in on it. Can you? What? Oh my god, Wilson, fuck you. Iris, you don't want Wilson to be your father. So I was right. Dr. Wilson deliberately fabricated the results of the autopsy to implicate my father. Is it though? Okay, but Strongheart, he didn't even give us any explanations. He just said, oh, I can make explanations, but let's just write this instead. Which means he didn't have any way to explain why there was no internal trauma or any internal damage. He just said that to get Mikotoma's office back, and then was like, you know what, let's just write this down instead. So, fuck.
Using a device called an endoscope, recently demonstrated in practical use in France. I want one! The government can pay.
Yeah, use the government's money. Oh, fuck you, dude.
We open up the dead to find the truth.
Fuck you. Oh, Maria, I love you.
But Mama, she chose to stitch her corpses up with all her secrets inside. That's wrong.
Yeah, rebel! Dr. Gory, it's looking as though she's chosen to walk a different path to her mama. Oh, Maria, I love you. You're great. Fight the system. Honestly, get revenge and take him down. Yes! Oh, I love this. Everyone is against him. Strongheart, not Venzix. Yes, the ring. What about the ring? I've just remembered something. An earlier incident. Oh. What incident? The one I recounted to you before, about a memory I have. Sorry, when he said about a memory I have, all I thought was Miles Edwards saying a memory of a murder. Sorry. Okay. Of Genshin Isogi saving my life. What? My father saved your life. I mean, because Van Zeeks wasn't always racist. He actually really liked the Japanese people. Like, he was like, I respect their whatever, I don't remember. But it was 10 years ago, on a foggy night. Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at a late hour. All of a sudden... Oh right, he was attacked. All of our assailants were armed with pistols, their faces obscured by scarves. The next thing I knew, there was silence all around. Genshin lay on the cobbled street. Blood was seeping from his left hand. He shielded me. It was on the ring finger of his left hand that he used to wear that ring. Oh! Are you saying? I've always believed those thugs were after me. But now I'm starting to question if perhaps I wasn't the intended target after all. Oh my goodness. Wait, but... Genshin was arrested 2 days after that attack. And in that short interval, The decisive evidence needed to indict him was miraculously found. You mean the ring was stolen from him? You think that's what those thugs were after that night? Oh, that's totally plausible, though. Kazuma, stop! You pathetic coward. You expect me to believe that you weren't involved? What do you mean by that? Oh, come on, Kazuma, please. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who took it. You stole my father's ring. Kazuma... Kazuma, shut the fuck up. Like, look at the facts that we're giving you instead of, like, oh my god, okay. Okay. Kazuma, open your eyes. Yes, the spray. Open your eyes and listen to what is being said here, or I will have to spray you with this spray bottle. Yunosuke, come on, you must know deep down. The truth can be completely obscured even when your judgment is only slightly clouded. But at the moment, you seem to be floundering through a dense fog. Is that why you were so insistent I should be present in this trial? To see you like this? It's true. Did you want me to see you like this? Being stupid? Strongheart, shut the fuck up. Oh, you won't be so amused anymore. Once this is over, you won't be so amused anymore. Well, I mean, would he have been listened to at that point? No. Also, hold on. Like, seriously, would they have listened to him at all? Obviously not. Okay, but the trial was about the death of Clint Van Zeeks. Hold on. We'll see. So I'm gonna say that maybe he did kill Clint Van Zeeks, but he's still not the professor. Completely. Okay, the tea's not too hot. No, that's not true. There can still be fabricated evidence. Just because he accepted the fate doesn't mean the evidence wasn't fabricated. Like, let's say it was true that he killed Clint Van Zeeks. You can still use fabricated evidence to get to that conclusion. Whether it was true, like, whether that happened or not, you know? Like, what's an example? Like, Oh, which case was it? I think it was the case with Emma Sky. Like, even if they used fabricated evidence, they still got to the right conclusion, but they used fabricated evidence, which is still bad. It's not over. That's not true. Some people just think that there's no point in fighting it. It doesn't mean that he did it. Or it doesn't mean that he's... You know what? Whatever. Ryunosuke, don't give up! Ryunosuke, pull the ear! Kazuma! Thank you, Ryunosuke. If it wasn't for your frank words just now, this trial may very well have ended prematurely. Kazuma, please, have you opened your eyes? Kazuma. Oh, shut up, Strongheart. My lord, your reasoning is perfectly sound. But for one giant hole... Oh, this music's so good too. You claim my father's silence was due to the fact that there was no fabricated evidence. But there's another possible explanation. You've overlooked the possibility that he had a reason for maintaining that silence. Silence that would lead to him being convicted and sent to his death. If the autopsy results were an invention, there's no conceivable reason why the man wouldn't have protested. God, everyone's just fighting. Oh, those results were an invention, alright. There's no question of that. Or are you forgetting that two people with a connection to that autopsy have been assassinated? If I force the grievances I feel from my mind, I start to see you in a very different light. I think perhaps it's you who's been living in delusion these 10 years. Oh, Van Zeeks.
Kazuma-sama has created one last chance for us here, Mr. Naruhodo. If we can only show there was a reason for his father's silence in his trial.
A reason why the man would have said nothing, even though he was innocent. Could it have been part of some negotiation, perhaps? I don't know. This is the defense's answer to that question. Okay, I was wrong. Alright, fine. Okay, let's see. Oh, this. Maybe. Okay, here we go. It's true that Genshin Isoki's silence during his trial resulted in his conviction, but that didn't actually lead to his execution. On the contrary, it led to his escape, an escape that was only possible because he'd been sentenced to death. Although I find it hard to believe my father would have negotiated in that way, the defense is correct. A fake execution, falsification of a death certificate, and a jailbreak inside a coffin. Clearly, such an elaborate plan couldn't have been carried out by my father alone. He must have had the help of a collaborator from the judiciary. I have here the dismissal notice of the chief warder who was working in the prison at the time. The notes read, there are indications that the jailbreak was in planning prior to the inmate's incarceration. In other words, there were suggestions of some sort of negotiation between Mr. Asogi and the British government. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Of course, because it's all intimately linked. The prosecution wishes to summon new witnesses to the stand. Come on. People who can testify about the jailbreak that took place 10 years ago. Oh dear.
Governor Kaden. And the poor chief warder of the prison.
Oh, it wouldn't be any trouble, my lord. Oh my god, is he here? Is this what they were preparing? My dear friend may appear a little rattle-pated at times, but I can assure you he is extremely thorough. He wired both Barclay and the local prison earlier, asking Governor Kaden and Mr. Vigil to attend the Old Bailey as a matter of extreme urgency.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes did that.
That's what he was doing, man. That guy was busy. Both men are, unless I'm much mistaken, waiting just outside the courtroom at this very moment. So many witnesses, so many testimonies, so many revelations. Like, oh my god. Man, I bet Strongheart is regretting saying that shit now. Oh, I definitely know that you want to lay this to rest. Jeez. Holy shit. Oh, dude, literally this last case is just the whole gang is being assembled right now. Witness after witness after witness. Governor Barclay Prison. Oh. Your other persona, if you don't mind. Seeing him do that with that is so silly. Oh, I do beg your pardon. Of course. My name is Daily Vigil. I used to be the chief warder at Barclay Prison. The reason you've been summoned here to court today is to testify about the jailbreak of the so-called professor 10 years ago. No. A convict escaped from your prison, Governor. Hardly what you'd call nothing untoward. Why am I popping a lot today? I don't know. The convict's death certificate was somehow falsified after he was allegedly executed, and that he escaped the prison inside his own coffin. A plan of that complexity could never have been carried out without the help of somebody of influence inside the prison. Can we just have a minute to talk about how Vigil's name is extra painful because the prisoner escaped? Oh my god, you're right! Oh, poor guy. His name is literally like Vigilance. Oh my god. Governor Caden, don't imagine that the passage of time will afford you any protection. If it turns out that you were involved in the plot to break Mr. Soge out of prison, then of course, the consequences will be very serious. In all voice please. In all likelihood, a capital punishment. All you did was what? Caden, don't listen to him. Okay. There's no disputing the fact that an intricate jailbreak plot was enacted 10 years ago. Clearly, you were both involved in some way. So you will testify before the court now and explain exactly what took place. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mr. Vigil, I hope you've rested enough, because jeez. What is that noise outside? People doing like fireworks shit again? Like, dude, it's the 6th. Stop. Okay. I like the animation. His salute. It's a weeknight. Come on, I know. Like, whatever's happening, I don't know outside, but it's... I live right next to a college, like a university, and so a lot of students live here, so it's like, I should expect it, but still. A directive from the prosecutor's office? Are you saying that was the jailbreak plot? Wait, what? Oh. So it was a directive. Let me guess. It's attorney, or not attorney. He's not attorney yet, but the Strongheart. You're saying you don't know. That's not good. The jailbreak plan originated from the prosecutor's office. I do wonder who sent it, though. Because the only person I know who's a prosecutor at the time is Strongheart. But I don't know why he would allow that. Or maybe someone else, but we don't know. Of course, anything to bring you down, dude. Absolutely. I have no intention of squandering a single opportunity, my lord. Well, fuck you too. It's my right. Oh, there's so much to cover. Okay, let's see. Directive came from the prosecutor's office. All you did was carry out your duty. But maybe I should just press these. Okay, let's start by pressing these. And you say you don't know who actually issued the directive? Okay. But if it was from the prosecutor's office, that narrows down who could have issued it straight away. I mean, Van Zeus wasn't the only prosecutor at the office, Kazuma, like, please. There's no telling where it started. Let's check. Okay, that makes sense. It's always with the authority in this case. We know who it is. Okay, I think... Hold on, I'm gonna skip that previous one. I'm gonna go to Vigil here. In order to hide his identity, he was forced to wear an iron mask over his head. I don't think he did that though. Well, don't remind the guy. Oh wow. Well, especially because Kaden knew that it probably wasn't Vigil. It's fucked. Not telling what you do know is a criminal offense. Ooh, okay. So you were just following orders, is that it? I'm afraid that won't absolve you of guilt here. A man was killed illegally, even if he was a condemned criminal. You may very well be found complicit in murder, Governor. Oh dear, he's in a hard spot. So, that's what it's to be, is it? Even with the threat of conviction, you won't break your silence. Nah, listen. There's a higher power here. I'm assuming. Did you carry out the plan in its entirety? You did everything I could at the time, okay. As you know, Genshin Suri was shot dead in Lowgate Cemetery after the escape. Tell me, was that part of the plan too? Okay, so he did help with the escape, but he didn't shoot him. Oh my god, dude, what? You okay? Did you remember something? Mr. Vigil, is something wrong? Oh dear, oh, he is not okay. What? He's saluting now? What is it? Some sort of Barclay convention? What is happening? What Governor Caden was just saying seemed to upset you. Did it bring something to mind? Perhaps. Or did it bring something to mind, perhaps? Oh, he's still deeply traumatized? Oh, I know. I'm just like... I'm more just like worried for this dude. For the last 10 years, I've completely blotted out the memories of that time from my mind. I was betrayed by my superiors in the name of my country. Ooh. And for the superior to hear that right there. Just as my father was betrayed, it seems. Ooh, it's rough. But you see, thinking back now, I really can't imagine that the shooting of Mr. Isugi in the cemetery was even part of the plan. What makes you think that? Well, it just doesn't make sense, does it? To make the man admit to crimes he didn't commit with the promise of a jailbreak, only to kill him in the end. That's treachery of the worst kind. But the point is, if the intention was always to betray him, why would there be any need for all the... What is that word? Chicanery. Deception by artful subterfuge. Or, okay, you need to use simpler words in the definition. So, chicanery. Got it.
Yes, that's quite true.
If whoever negotiated with the Sogan never intended to keep his or her end of the bargain, it would have been far simpler just to let the man be executed in prison as dictated by his sentence. It all happened in that vast chamber of secrets that is Barclay, behind the high prison walls. I suppose nobody knows what really went on in the execution room now. Yes, it's an unsettling mystery, certainly. Caden, are you feeling the guilt? Governor Caden, I must insist that you explain these doubts that you have by amending your formal testimony. Oh, yes. Yes. Give me more info. What do you mean? Nothing to bargain with. Admitting to the crimes, that was what he had to bargain with, surely. See, oh. After all, did the prosecution know? For once, we can all be like, yes, keep talking. Yes, we want to know more. This, you mean, discovered during the final victim's autopsy. There's every possibility this conclusive evidence was fabricated by Scotland Yard and the prosecutor's office. Okay, Van Zeeks, please. convict had nothing he could use for any kind of bargain at all. Only thing we have of his is Karama and this. But I don't know. Maybe the... Oh, but it says it's the only weapon he has left. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's our weapon. Got it. So Sogi-san agreed to confess to the crimes because he was assured he'd be broken out of prison later.
I don't really think that Kazuma-sama's father would have engaged in such negotiations.
Then perhaps something compelled him to agree.
What a terrible thing, using the law to legitimize such underhand dealings with a desperate man, only to double-cross him in the end. It's quite the opposite of justice.
I can't help feeling there's something about this apparent negotiation that doesn't quite add up. Okay. I think I have it. No! Wrong button! Wrong button! Wrong button! What I meant to do was present. Asogi papers. Confessing under oath to murders he didn't commit on a verbal assurance of later being broken out of prison. Genshin Asogi was taking an incredibly risky gamble. Very true. There was nothing to stop the British breaking their word, and executing him behind closed doors anyway. Under normal circumstances, no man would stake his life on a gentleman's agreement like that. Which means that Mr. Sogi must have had a trump card. Something that guaranteed he wouldn't be betrayed. Some kind of weapon. Not a physical, not like a sharp weapon, but like words, written, whatever. But you know that he did, Governor. The Asogi Papers, the name given to the last will and testament of Genshin Asogi. It turns out that Mr. Asogi was hiding his will in a cell at Barclay. Chief Warder Vigil caught him with it one day. Kaden, you don't have a right to, get mad at him, though. You can't touch me now. I mean, he's technically touching you right now, but stop, guys. Poor Mr. Vigil. When Mr. Vigil caught sight of the will through the bars of the convict cell, Mr. Sogi pleaded with the warder. Oh my god, he doesn't even work for you anymore? I know, stop giving him more head trauma too, like fucking Christ. And after the convict had been killed following the elaborate pretense of the jailbreak, that document mysteriously disappeared, didn't it? Alright, but we have it. As I understand it, an exhaustive search was made for the document, which became known as the Asogi Papers. Governor Kaden, I believe you ordered your prison staff to find it at all costs, didn't you? Would I be right in saying that you knew? You knew that the so-called Asogi Papers had the potential to make great waves somehow. Yeah, I know. I have it. Whoops. I didn't mean to press that. Vigil, stop. Stop hurting yourself. Even if it is an accident. And Kaden, stop doing that. You can't. Oh my god. Yes, you did. I have the document here. It's written in Japanese and reads, "The last will and testament of Genshin Isogi." Not quite, my lord. You see, there's an undeniable inconsistency here. What? What inconsistency? Mr. Sogi described this document as the only weapon he had left. And yet, this will contains nothing of significance at all. Nothing that would have given the convict any leverage. Unless it was in something that he sent. Maybe. As has clearly been demonstrated already. What went on at Barclay Prison was far from above board. Strongheart, just shut up. Clearly, we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to know exactly what happened with these so-called Isogi papers. Mr. Vigil was stabbed in the back by the judiciary 10 years ago. He lost everything. Very nearly his own life. Yeah, we had that the whole time, your dad's will that you never got to see. That's true. No one told him they had the will either. You're right. Oh my god, that's fucked up. They hid it away. And now you're going to do it again. You're ready to brand him a liar and turn your back on him without even letting him defend himself. Wow. Shit, dude. No, they're not. Oh my god, I hate this guy so much. Don't salute him. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve to be saluted. Oh god, there's more. Okay. All these people didn't know about the details of the professor case because it was a closed trial too, so this was well hidden, yeah. Everything's being exposed now. Everything's being shown out in the open. Oh dear. Alright, here we go. As the warder responsible for the condemned convicts, I intended to Mr. Sogi, kept watch over his cell. So maybe he wrote two. One he put in his kimono. And then one wherever he hid it, maybe? I don't know. Vigil, you're not actually being shaken anymore. This poor man is... very traumatized. Oh, I feel so bad for him. Vigil, please stop. I like how they used the animation of him like holding him so his cravat was actually sticking out too. That's so funny. Little and large. What a double act. Except the ring. And there's not therapy at this time and that isn't hard drugs. Oh my god, yeah, I know. Like the way they deal with like trauma or like mental illness is just awful. Back then. Can we? I wish we were able to look at the back of those papers or something. We can do this, Ryunosuke. Okay, you kept watch of his cell. Found guilty. But he's saying that you didn't find it. I don't know. In Mr. Sugi's kimono. But he was wearing a kimono when he was locked up? Yes, he was permitted to have his personal effects with him during his incarceration, I understand. Alright, so freedom is possible during the days before his execution. You know, it's kind of weird to see Ryunosuke without the sword at his hip. Because he would always rest his hand on it, you know? Forget it being the soul of the clan. Could the man have had a more obvious weapon? Respectful silence. Still, he was allowed a sword and no writing materials. After this case, get a sword. That'd be cool. Alright. Alright. What's the problem now, dude? Are you feeling faint, Mr. Vigil? Do you need medical attention? Or was his will written in English? Mr. Vigil! You don't need... It was scarlet. Oh, the color was red. Wait! Whoops, not, no. No, this. Recent scarlet ink stains visible on the little and ring finger of the right hand, but no document and corresponding ink was found. Okay. No, we just want you to explain. Less swaying and more explaining would be helpful. Do not skip, please.
Is there something about the testimony we just heard? Have you recalled something of importance?
Vigil. Come on.
I'm unable to tell which way he's leaning, I'm afraid.
My lord, the defense asks that Mr. Vigil be permitted to supplement his testimony with this possibly or possibly not important detail. Oh dear.
Go ahead, Mr. Vigil.
The writing was in scarlet. Oh, no. Oh, wait, whoops. This is new stuff, but it's okay. Okay, so we'll press this. Scarlet, you say? Excuse me. So the words were written in red. So he saw red ink. Why is he getting so, like, Strongheart, why are you so mad about it? Is something wrong, Lord Strongheart? Oh, he got heated.
For Lord Strongheart to be so visibly shaken in that way.
But maybe that's... Mr. Vigil, I'd like to confirm one point with you. Did you actually see the content of the document that Mr. Sogi was holding that night? So no. But it was definitely a will, was it? Well, that's what he told, right? Yeah. I don't know. A will written in scarlet ink. What did Mr. Vigil really see Kazuma's father holding? I wonder. Well, I think he was holding something written by Clint. Because he had red ink on his finger. Inkling. Okay, sorry.
He must have been hiding something. It's the only explanation that makes sense.
It's starting to sound like Mr. Sogi actually might have had something.
Which is it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, God. I'm not sure, but I feel as though I'm on the brink of understanding all this. Let's listen to all the information again and see what more we can learn. We can't overlook even the smallest detail. Alright. It's 12:13 in the morning, but I'm gonna finish this. I don't care if it takes me forever. 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I'm joking. It probably won't be that much, but still. Let's go back to the Scarlet. Percent. Actually, hold on. Save. I'm just making sure. Okay, this one, yes. Look at this. Scarlet colored writing is what you said you thought you saw, Mr. Vigil. And I believe that's exactly what you did see. I do, though. Have a look at this report. The autopsy report, yes. Yes, and there's something in here that's bothered me since I first read it. It states that scarlet-colored ink stains were noted on the fingers of the victim's right hand. So, yes. Now, I'm not familiar with the habits of the British aristocracy, I freely admit. But I would hazard a guess that they don't all go around with ink stains on their fingertips, do they? Okay, Van Zieks, we're just trying to help, okay? My point is this. Whatever Lord Clint Van Zieks was writing in that unusually colored ink, it must have been directly before his death. Because he died before he had the opportunity to clean his hand. Oh, you're remembering a lot of things, Van Zieks, that are troubling you. Punctilious? Whatever. That your father took it. The same document that Lord Clint Van Zieks was writing moments before his death. But... So, what he had wasn't his own will, but Clint's? A last will and testament. He never said it was his. Oh. Okay, but where did he hide the will? So the last will and testament of Clint Van Zieks. Holy shit. Okay. Wait, I didn't read that. What? If the conversation really did go as Mr. Vigil says, there we go, then what we now know completely changes the meaning of what Mr. Isoki said. You really think? Oh, I feel bad for Van Zieks too. Mr. Vigil did indeed see the Vic convict with a will, but it wasn't that of Genshin Isoki. It was the last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zieks. No. What? So interesting. I didn't figure out that it was his will at this time, but I did figure out where it was. Really? I don't really know exactly where it is. I mean, I think I know where it is because the use of weapon is interesting too. So I think I know where it is, but not going to be 100% yet. I'm going to check it out. This is madness. My brother's last will and testament. That would mean that he had chosen to die. Oh no, that's so sad. That is what it would mean, yes. No, impossible. That is utterly out of the question. Oh, poor Van Zieks. Clint was pursuing the professor. It consumed him day and night. Whatever happened, he would never have abandoned his investigation before its conclusion. Never. He wouldn't rest until the job was done. Until the killer was caught. The idea that he would willingly accept his own death. It's obscene. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's getting super heated now. And that's why the higher up wanted to get it right away. Because they probably knew about the document. Got it. Information of the utmost secrecy. Asogi family trauma versus Van Zieks family trauma. They both suck. And it's even worse because they're related to each other's trauma. The trauma is from the same thing, affecting both families, and both of them hating each other's family because they think both. Oh my god, it's so fucked. Okay. No, it couldn't be. Who do you know, Ryunosuke? What have you figured out? Strongheart, shut up. No. You know we're getting closer to the truth. No, my lord. That's unacceptable. The last will and testament that Genshin Isogi had in his possession was that of Lord Clint Van Zieks. All the testimony and evidence presented to the court has logically led us to that as a possibility. We have a duty to pursue the line of reasoning to its conclusions. No, okay, I think I know where it is, but come on. He's so triggered now, I feel so bad. A reason why Lord Clint Van Zieks, a man of high noble standing, would have chosen death. Information so secret, people in the judiciary would be willing to negotiate the jailbreak of a condemned killer. The only explanation that fits those facts is an unthinkable truth that turns absolutely everything on its head. But it's just too hideous. Oh no. Mr. Naruto. However difficult the situation might become, you work with your client in pursuit of the truth. That's what you resolved to do when you entered the courtroom this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, it's true though. So hold your head high and keep soldiering on. We can do this, Ryunosuke. Yes, you're right. 10 years ago, in his final moments, Lord Clint Van Zieks left behind a will. A will that Genshin Isogi was able to use as a weapon to negotiate his escape from prison. In all probability, the details in the will were related to the Professor case. No, we'll find it. Van Zieks, I'm sorry. Ryunosuke. He said that like 3 times. As soon as those words come out of my mouth, there's no going back. I believe that the last will and testament of Lord Clint Van Zieks was in fact... Oh no! I have a feeling, and this is really sad, And the reason why I think I know which one it is you know that dog collar that we found? I mean, it doesn't really say much about here because it said B on it. And I think that's because, I mean, dogs, Baskervilles, right? So I'm assuming it's something like that. But I don't know. I think it's a confession. Because an accusation could have been made. A report makes no sense. An accusation might work. But if we're thinking it's hideous, if it's the worst thing that could be possibly said in this case right now, that would probably break the hearts of everyone here. It's gonna be a confession. That's like the most fucked up thing that we could choose right now. So that's what I'm gonna go with, but let me say first because confession. We can't take it back, Ryunosuke.
You can do this, Mr. Naruhodo.
You believe that what Lord Clint Van Zieks actually penned that day was a confession?
A confession?
Regarding the mass murderer known as the Professor and his true identity. Oh, that's so sad. Enough, Counsel. What are you saying? Do you even realize? A confession about the true identity of the Professor. That would mean. I know, you don't want to believe it. It's heartbreaking. Lord Van Zieks, I appreciate this must be hard to take in. But it's the only explanation that fits. Oh, sorry, that white? Oh, that hurt my head a little bit. Okay. Oh no, this is... Okay. The killer that terrorized London a decade ago and became known as the Professor. The man believed to have murdered 5 members of the aristocracy. It wasn't Genshin Isogi at all. No, you can't be suggesting. It was in fact the man believed to have been the 5th victim. Lord Clint Van Zieks himself. Oh no. Please don't attack me. Oh no. Oh. But there's no way Clint Van Zieks would do that on his own. There's somebody is pulling the strings, and we know who it is.
This is too awful. Poor Lord Van Zieks.
Jeez. I wonder though, did he never suspect? Lord Baroque Van Zieks is a brilliant prosecutor. Is it conceivable that he didn't realize that his older brother what his older brother really was? Lord Van Zieks. The Professor made use of an enormous hound as his murder weapon. Tell me, did your brother own a dog? Oh no! Balmung! The B stands for Balmung! He was a well-known hunting dog. People called him a giant. You know what sucks though? You know what I feel the worst for right now? The fucking dog. to have been weaponized like that is absolutely disgusting. Just saying. I don't believe this. When my brother would go hunting in the forest of the grounds behind the house, he always took Balmo. After Clint's death, the creature passed away too, almost as if he were following his master. He was a magnificent hunting dog, worthy of the jewel-studded collar around his neck, which we found. A jewel-studded collar. That's right. Though sadly, some years ago now, it was stolen by a thief who broke into the house one night. Let me guess, Selden. Oh my god, Selden. Okay. A jewel-studded collar stolen by a thief. It so happens that myself and my colleagues have come across such a collar during our time in London. In Selden's apartment,
There was an old emblem attached to the collar too, made of pure gold.
it stood for Balmung, are you kidding? Okay.
It was topped with a small crown and bore an ornate capital letter B.
What? An emblem bearing the initial B.
Oh my, you know it!
Of course, it's his dog's collar all of a sudden. Baskerville. It's the insignia of the Baskerville family. There we go, Hound of the Baskerville. Hound, Baskervilles, whatever. Oh, jeez. He was married. Wait, is the wife still alive then? If it's a if she's a widow? There was a considerable amount of blood on the collar when we saw it. Since we know the dog was used for hunting, it could have been from his quarry, of course. But it could equally have been from human prey. So fucked up. I still think someone was pulling the strings. So, in fact, the person responsible for these murders of nobles and royals was a noble himself, and that threatened to be an enormous scandal that would irrevocably destabilize British society. Oh dear, oh jeez. Well, can you deny it, Lord Strongheart? He did say Pandora's box was open, so he knew. But he's probably the one that was pulling the strings too. Jesus. Oh, this sucks. Too pure of heart, he says. I don't believe you 100%. Oh, I feel so bad for I wanna give Van Zeeks a hug so bad. There's Windibanks. The 19th century was a truly miraculous 100 years for Great Britain, and indeed the whole world. New industry, new technology, and with the birth of the Metropolitan Police Service, new law and order. But these dazzling new developments meant even deeper shadows were cast on society. Water sullied by factories, air thick with noxious fumes and crime, growing daily to fill the darkness. Lord Clint Van Zeeks made it his mission to combat that darkness. I know it's Strongheart talking, but I'm not doing a voice for him right now. I can't go that deep anymore today. But as time went on, he slowly ate at his soul, until eventually he was consumed. I don't believe that, honestly. Britain, y'all literally charge for Windows. I know, it's so stupid. It's ironic, really, and somewhat surprising, that the truth had once again been unearthed by a Japanese. What's that mean, huh? 10 years ago, your father, Genshin Asugi, turned up at my office one night. Oh. I don't believe this at all. Or maybe this might have happened, but I don't know, man. I don't think you should believe it either. I mean, at least not the words coming out of this man's mouth. He made the late Lord Van Zeeks meet the same fate. No, I don't know. He put a permanent end to the professor killings by taking the drastic measure of ending the perpetrator's life. I don't know. There's something fishy about this. No, I know where it is, but something's fishy about you. Oh, that white. Oh, God. So, you're admitting to it? That you were behind it all? It was you, then, who pinned the crimes on my father. No, there's more to it than that. I know it. I know it. Then it was you who arranged the fabricated evidence. Oh my God. God damn. Oh, Gregson. I mean, even so. This guy is awful. He wasn't even the professor. Oh. Oh. Oh no, did he really? You know what? I'm just upset that Wilson was in on it too. And in the light of that decisive evidence, Mr. Asogi was found guilty of the charges brought against him. However, behind the scenes, he had actually already struck a deal with his accusers, in which he agreed to silently accept the charges. So fucked up. But I just don't believe that part. As far as I knew the man, my father despised such underhand dealings. I doubt that. Of course, I knew it was him. What a garbo man Strongheart is. I bet Strongheart's the one that shot him. I fucking bet. Boo, exactly. Fuck him. The spray bottle for Strongheart. Now he needs something more powerful than that. What's stronger than a hose though? Because I know Kazuma needed the hose for sure. He needs, I don't know, but something stronger. Firefighter hose, maybe. Ooh. He wasn't gonna bargain with you at all. This was all a farce, dude. God, I feel bad for Asogi now. He needs to look at the chest with the punching. Yes, you know, Strongheart, why don't you just take a little peek in there? Wait, Strongheart, that's where his will is. That's where Clint's will is. The document that you need. It's in there. Why don't you just go take a look? A little peek. You'll find what you need. But seriously though, poor Sogi. He did it for me. Because you're a sack of shit. Strongheart, I mean, not Kazuma. He looks truly, like, evil. Truly, truly evil. Oh, yes, Van Zeeks, let's get into that. Yes, I had a feeling. He's not going to admit to it, is he? Or is he? What? Hold on. hold on, hold on. Strongheart is such a... Oh my god. But Dr. Wilson left Britain 4 years ago, when he was invited to work in Japan. That's right. So I had to employ this... Okay. Oh. How is it law and order when you're breaking the law? Enforcing the... I don't fucking... No, there's more. There's definitely more. We need to see that will. No. I mean, you say you sired the concept of the Reaper, but you're not saying that you... That's not a defense. That's a fucking excuse. No, but still. No!